So a few days ago, I decided to talk about why I would hate to be future Trunks. And I kind of ended off on a cliffhanger. So here is part 2 to that video. And the link will be in the description below for the first part if you guys want to go see that or whatever the fuck. Anyways, come stroke my cocky. So I ended it off talking about him in the Cell Saga, right? Or how he finished off the Android/Cell Saga. But I didn't get into how he had to live in the Buu Saga. And then, of course, Dragon Ball Super. So let's get into that. So this motherfucker, right after the Cell Saga, a few years go by and the Buu Saga happens for him. Mind you, it's just him, essentially, right? There's like no other fighters. You feel me? So the Buu Saga happens and Supreme Kai shows up and he gives Trunks the rundown. We figure all this out, by the way, because of the game Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So if you guys have never, if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, go look up DBZ Kakarot, Trunks' story, and you get to see exactly how the Buu Saga went in his timeline. You feel me? So basically, Trunks, it was only him, duh, and Supreme Kai showed up and was like, hey, there's this pink fat nigga on his way here he's going to spawn unless we stop him. So you're the only person with enough strength to do so. So come on. So Trunks goes over and he fights Deborah. And again, shout out to my boy Future Trunks, says he does not try and like see who's the strongest. No, this nigga tries to get shit done immediately. Fuck with my boy. So he fights Deborah. And I think he kills Babidi and he stops the resurrection of Buu, right? It's very quick and it's very simple. So finally, after a few years, Trunks finally has like actual world peace. Nothing else is going on. No, I lied. Because before that, there's also, side note, on the Budokai series, like the old PlayStation 2 games, there was a area where Trunks had to fight Z Broly by himself, like completely by himself. That's not canon, but like it's just fun fact in there. So he had to run the hands of Broly by himself, and he did that shit. But mind you, he was struggling in the Z Broly movie. Like he could not fuck with Broly at all. So the fact that he took him down by himself in his own timeline, awesome. Again, I think that was in like, was that Budokai 3 or Budokai 2? It was one of those. Shout out to the old Budokai games though. Those were so good. So much better than Spark and Zero. What a fumble of a game. But so now after that happens in the Buu Saga, again, like I said, Trunks has world peace for pretty much the first time ever in his life. Until this nigga Black, this black ass, spook ass Goku nigga shows up, or Goku imposter shows up and starts terrorizing the entire timeline. He kills Supreme Kai. So God of Destruction Beerus out of there, right? Whis out of there, because if there's no God of Destruction, there's no Angel. Angels can't die, but angels can't really exist in the timeline without a God of Destruction anymore. You feel me? So any type of super duper incredible help, Trunks can't get it. You feel me? And so this dude with Goku's face shows up, starts blowing up cities, starts murdering all types of people, doing everything heinous in the book that you can think of. Trunks loses everybody. He loses everybody. To see, nigga, if I lose everybody in my life and I go back in time, I get help from this icon. And then that icon supposedly shows up in my timeline, bodies everybody, and grabs my mom and kills her right in front of me. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I'm gonna make you uncomfortable, nigga. I'm gonna pull down my shorts and my pants, start swinging my dick until you throw up, and then I'm gonna start beating your ass or something. I don't know what I'm going to spaz out on you, bruh. Because that is foul that you do that. Trunks lost Bulma, his last role model, the GOAT, the last GOAT that he could look up to, just vanished, killed in front of him. Then, you know what I'm saying, Goku Black walks through the smoke like, yeah, man, fuck your mama. This is Bulma right in front of him. And, you know, at this timeline, Trunks has feelings for Mai, which Mai, if you really want to think about it, is a pedophile because she was a grown-ass woman in Dragon Ball. And by Dragon Ball Z, she was supposed to be like an older woman, but she got reversed into a kid now because of the Dragon Ball. So she has the mindset of an adult, but she has the body of a minor in early Dragon Ball Super. And then in Trunks' timeline, she's Trunks' age. So it's so weird, but I try not to think about it because that it's anime at the end of the day. But yeah, that happens. And Mai shows up and she's like distracting Goku Black. You feel me? And mind you, Goku Black is like so much more powerful. Mai is a human. Goku Black is literally a god. So he's about to kill Mai, and he supposedly does that in front of Trunks right before he escapes to go back to the present timeline to get help again. You feel me? So once that happens, he wakes up and, you know, he sees the regular Goku. He starts getting mad because he thinks of Goku Black. And he's happy to get help, right? Goku Black then shows up to this present timeline and he starts beating niggas' asses. And like he's going toe to toe with Goku. Goku's going Super Saiyan. Goku Black is base form. And it's looking like an even match. Red flag, my nigga. Imagine you go to get help from LeBron and you see LeBron is like struggling to win this game of 21 with this random. Like, nigga, I thought you was going to help me. Why are you struggling? You're supposed to be the best among the best. Right? So he sees that happen and he's like, oh my God, my butthole might be fucked. So after that happens, Goku Black returns to the timeline that he's originally from because the time ring just can't hold him in a different space for too long. So Trunks, he's training with Vegeta and he sees Vegeta got like this Super Saiyan blue form, which is something way more powerful than Trunks has ever seen in his life. And he's like, yes, all right, with this type of power, I know my dad can handle business. Vegeta looks at him like, nigga, get your bitch ass up. Do you think I'm about to let you just get off the hook? You think I'm about to handle this problem for you? No, nigga. Here's why I'm mad. You're my father. So he killed mama. Mama gone. You know what I'm saying? He's smoking on all my mama pack right now. Them Newports is hitting for this nigga. I'm struggling. Pop, I don't got people to train with in my timeline, nigga. You've been training with a literal god of destruction for years on end. You have a hyperbolic time chamber to train in. Yeah, nigga, I'm going to rely on you to fix this fucking issue. What the hell? What are you talking about? Right? Like the max form Trunks could go to was Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan 2 is not touching Goku Black at all. What? So they train more and all this stuff. Sorry. Then Trunks goes back to the timeline with Goku and Vegeta. When he gets back to the timeline, bro, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. You know what I'm saying? The bush is a hairy pussy, and I'm not trying to, beat around it. I'm going straight to the clit right now. Vegeta fights Goku Black and literally gets impaled and like gets knocked out of the fight within like 10 seconds. I swear to God. Trunks watches this. All the glaze he was giving his father just to see him get put down. And that's another thing too. That every single time Trunks watches his dad in a big time fight, he gets fucked up. Like, damn, nigga, you're supposed to be my father. I see where I get my weakness from sometimes, bruh. You supposed to be a role model, nigga. Don't you be doing the same training as Goku? You looking like a straight bitch right now, Dad. I ain't gonna lie to you. You looking like straight bitchness. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no type of sense at all. You feel me? And it's crazy because Goku came in right after Vegeta and he was putting like I'm not gonna say he was putting the beats on Goku Black, but he was definitely putting up more of a fight than Vegeta. You feel me? So the fight got so bad to where they had to return to the timeline. Goku and Vegeta had to return, bruh, to the present timeline. And I think Trunks had to stay behind because I don't remember all of it, but Trunks had to stay behind or something to make sure that, what's it called, Goku and Vegeta can get away. Oh, this nigga has to hold him back. The weakest one on the team had to hold back the strongest op in this universe. What the hell? Doesn't make any sense. But then check this out. So Goku and Vegeta, they train, blah, 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 blah. They come back to the timeline. You feel me? And when they come back, you know, Trunks has a new form, by the way, and it looks cool until he gets his eyes back, but that's a whole nother conversation. They come back to the timeline. Goku and Vegeta, they start whooping on Goku Black and Zamasu, which that is another thing. That's another thing. Trunks thought it was just a one-on-one until he sees this green femboy pop out. Who the fuck is this nigga? You know what I mean? Like, bro, I thought it was just one dude. And why are y'all glazing each other? Why are y'all always stroking each other's dick, talking about each other? The gods are more beautiful than humans. Yes, my twin, you're right. The gods are more beautiful. The gods have bigger dicks. The gods' pussies might be wetter than anything a mortal has to offer. What the hell are y'all talking about up there? Nigga, run the hands and shut y'all mouths. Every single time that Trunks was fighting, he had to deal with both of them glazing each other. And then he was getting jumped by them too. He was getting jumped. One dude is immortal. The other one is just crazy strong. Not a fun team to go against. You feel me? So, again, Goku, Vegeta, they return. They start laying down pipe to both of them. Goku beating the mess out of Goku Black and Zamasu. Then Vegeta's beating up Zamasu, or he's beating up Goku Black. And, you know, it looks like they're just handling business while Trunks is getting a breather. And then the worst happens. They decide to fuse. Oh my nigga. Why? They fuse, and now this nigga Trunks is so unbearably useless at this point. There's nothing he can do. So he watches Vegeta and Goku fuse. They go into Vegito tough and watch them like put the beats on Merge Zamasu. You feel me? Only for them to get bullshitted out of being in their fusion after 2 minutes because they're too strong. That is some BS, right? And, you know, for the most part now, it's just Goku and Vegeta trying to do something, and they're about to get killed, and Trunks comes in and saves them just in time with the sword. You feel me? Now, Trunks does the unthinkable here. He asks for everybody, the remaining survivors, Goku and Vegeta, his girlfriend Mai, everybody, right? To give their energy into Trunks so he can put it into his sword, right? He uses the spirit sword. Hard, by the way. I'd definitely take a spirit sword over a spirit bomb any day. This move is so powerful, it can kill immortals just like that, and gods. Trunks stabs that motherfucker Zamasu, Merge Zamasu, through the dick with it. Cuts him in half. Boom. He watches him disintegrate. The fight is over. Yes. Yeah, nigga. Hey, yo, turn on that little Uzi. We about to start jigging in this motherfucker. You feel me? No. Bro. When I tell you this man Trunks couldn't catch a break, the fight is over. The bodies are disappeared from existence. Only for Zamasu to come back and become this being that's part of the sky. But he's not just part of the sky. He's part of now the literal universe. What the fuck? How? I killed you, nigga. How? That is some BS. That is the most BS that Trunks had to witness, right? And you think it was bad there. No, it got to the point to where they like Trunks, Goku, and Vegeta, they couldn't even damage like the Sky Zamasu or Universe Zamasu. There was no way. Zamasu became so powerful that he was starting to invade other timelines. How that makes sense, I don't know. Dragon Ball lore is crazy sometimes. So all those people that Trunks got the energy from, they just straight up die. They all get killed. They all get killed except for his girlfriend. Every single one of them just gets bodied. So he witnesses his future that he was fighting for. Everybody that he's been fighting for. Literally, it means nothing now. It dead ass meant nothing. There was no reason to fight if the whole universe was just going to end. That is so crazy. That's like going to college for years on end and still not having your fucking dream job. How do you go to college to be an engineer and you're working at McDonald's? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's kind of hypocritical. I went to college for mass communications, even though I did not want to. My parents made me go. I still regret having to do that. But when I was in college, I was self-teaching myself how to edit. And that's why, like, my main channel is kind of providing me bread, at least helping with the rent. You feel me? And I got a part-time job on the side to, you know, get some extra. Because who doesn't like money? But that's besides the point. All this happens. Again, everybody gets wiped out. There's no point of this nigga Trunks even living at this point. So Goku mysteriously figures out how he has the button for Zeno to pop out, and he gets Zeno to completely erase the timeline before or right after Trunks is able to escape to the present timeline. So it's him and his girl. He got his girl, but he has nobody else now. But the timeline ends up getting erased, and now Trunks goes to another timeline where it's just another version of himself. And that's another thing. We don't know what this timeline looks like. It could literally have future Gohan in it, or it can't have future Gohan in it. This alternate timeline can look like the damn JoJo's Part 6 remake, or Part 6 Universal remake. You know what I mean? When Jolene and everybody came back and they wasn't the same Jolene, like fucking Abakio doesn't look over the top. Jolene is just this, I'm not going to say a nice girl, but just not she's not badass. It's like, damn, bro, who are these niggas? You know? But yeah, Trunks, that's the end of Trunks' story for now. It sucks. Damn. Fighting that hard for literal years just to, I'm not going to say now it all amounted for nothing, because he did get a universal reset and everybody is alive, supposedly. But at the same time, you know, it's like, why did I have to go all through this? You feel me? So shout out to my boy Trunks. I hope they bring him back if they ever have like a war arc in Dragon Ball where it's like not a universal survival saga, a general war, right? Where it's, I don't know, Frieza with some evil guys trying to completely wipe out all the other universes, and like Universe 7, Universe 6, all the good guys team up. And I don't know. I want to see some shit, and I want to see like future Trunks returns because he deserves it. But yeah, that's my take.